So to start off, it's my great pleasure to welcome Jim Finucane to say a few words. Thanks, Jim.
When John first mentioned about today and what was happening, I said he's inviting me here today for either one of two reasons. One, I'm a local politician, or more importantly, I'm originally from Tarbert. And as everybody knows, John's better half, Michelle, is from Tarbert, so it plays a factor in it. I think that I suppose I'm here on two bases, and it's great to see people from auctioneering, quantity surveying firms, builders, people from a broad spectrum of business life here in Tralee. I'm here not alone as a councillor, but I'm chairman of the Economic Development SPC and chairman of the Kerry Education and Training Board, because these are two issues. And as John outlined, and for any of us in business over the last number of years, to say it has been challenging is an understatement, and that's the honest. There is an emergence of some confidence with people. I'd like to add, not with the banking sector, not down here. And when I see some of these ads that to the term we're backing Brave, not in this neck of the woods. So what do we do about it? What do we do at a local level, and what do we do from people in allied businesses and businesses like we're all in today? And John and Michelle have taken the step here to reinvigorate their own operation, have a new base, and begin to seek out those opportunities. And there are a number of things that we can do here, because the one thing particularly, and I've tried to stress this all my life, from a political point of view, if you haven't experienced risk, you can't understand it. And I know most people here have put their lives on the line, and their incomes and their family's future. And, you know, I've spent quite a number of years trying to get that concept across to politicians. And particularly if you come from a teaching background or other backgrounds, and this is not to in any way knock these, but you have to understand risk. And we are great to talk about a spirit of enterprise and culture in this country, but it has to be recognised in what I would term a very practical fashion. We have to encourage development, and it's simply not verbal encouragement, because we know that comes very cheap. There are a number of things happening here locally that I just wanted to draw attention to, and they involved, in one case, the local authority, which is the purchase of the technology park, which I believe is probably the most crucial investment Kerry County Council would make in conjunction with the college. Hopefully that transaction will be concluded by the end of next month. And that's a significant investment, but it means that we will control one of the assets that we have for creating jobs in this town, and simply that the technology park here in Tralee was not just going to become a rent roll basis for Shannon Properties. It's a significant development. And I would like to pay compliment. We have some county council officials, but certainly the CEO of Kerry County Council, because it was a brave step into enterprise ourselves. We want to control our own destiny. The technical university, I know people have read the concerns of the staff at the IT, but it is part of the infrastructure that is a necessity. We have to drive it forward. Because if you look at something, and we in the Educational Training Board, we have looked at technical universities in Germany, and particularly one in Munich, which is linked to a number of key industries. Graduates are part of the graduate program is to be involved in industry right through your education, so that when you finish your education, you're very much in tune with industry. I see that as a very critical part of the development of our own infrastructure. So these are certain things that we have to do. John mentioned beaches. Also, the over-reliance on state agencies. And I have to admit, and perhaps admit, not to being as successful as I'd like to be as a local politician here. The over-reliance on state agencies to do our marketing for us, to bring the jobs to this region, is not feasible anymore, or to my way of thinking, it is not. And as part of one of the developments we hope to do at county council level, from the technology point of view, is to advertise directly, is to seek business ourselves directly without going through other agencies. We have to fend for ourselves, and we tend to be good at fending for ourselves here, and having the drive and the determination to stop waiting for things to happen. And again, this is what John and Michelle and his team have done here, is that we're beginning to see a number of these initiatives happening. As chairman of the ETB, we have Colosted Laundry, a major extension, hopefully will go to tender within the next number of weeks. We have to invest in our infrastructure, and I hope that these tendering process, and we've Ed O'Neill here from the ETB and others, that our investment in education will create opportunities, and that development, which is will create the first, second level autism unit in this town. So we're fulfilling the ethos of what we stand for, to be inclusive with education, and at the same time then we're trying to lead the way in what we can offer, not just certain sectors of our community, but for all sectors in our community, that they get an opportunity for education. So I'm here really in admiration, and also as somebody who recognises that we are turning a particular page in the economic chapter of this country. We hope that lessons have been learnt. We hope that the political leadership that is coming into fray over the next number of weeks will recognise it. You know, that perhaps this generation of politicians have let the country down. I would have great faith in the next generation coming up after us, but hopefully those lessons have been learnt. But like everything in life, it boils down to the individual, and a number of individuals that stimulate economic activity, stimulate growth. And that's what John and Michelle and his family know. John's parents are here from Ashbourne, County Meath, and his brother. But it's about hopefully beginning to take advantage of what little is happening. And it's down to some basic decisions that we all make ourselves in business, that we can assist each other in that business and protect what we have in the future going forward. I would wish John and Michelle the best of luck. I know from, as chairman of the Kerry Education Training Board, they fitted out the offices in Centrepoint to an exceptionally high standard and on time, and that's hugely important. And as John says, the emphasis on quality, if we're going to succeed, we have to offer a distinctive service. And I firmly believe that J.F.Flynn and his company are offering a distinctive service. Thanks very much.
Thank you.